Holy Capricorns. Whoa! Sorry about that. It was me trying to like manage the computer at the same time. Welcome to your 2019 mid-month reading. This is just a little peek at your energies to see what's going on with you guys. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. Rates, info, and email are below. Also, this is a general reading, so it can be about love, family, friends, finance, business, or career. My 2019 Sun Moon readings are up in my playlist, so look up your Sun Moon sign and check out your predictions for 2019. I also left up my 2018 Sun Moon readings, so you can look those up and see if they rang true for you last year. I'll always be working on compatibilities here and there, compatibility readings here and there where I can fit them in. I'm on the Instant Go app if you need a quick answer to a quick question, and I'm on Facebook and Insta where I'm uploading my weeklies. If you would like to share, message me on there, feel free to. Otherwise, guys, let's get to your reading and see what's going on. Holy Spirit, Angels, Divine Guides, Universe, can you please show me current energies for Capricorn, middle of the month? Energy is for middle of the month, March, middle of March, Capricorns. What do you see? What energies do you see in regards to Capricorns? Middle of March. Okay. We have the Queen of Earth in the upright. You guys. Okay. Can you please show me challenges? Challenges for Capricorn. There's challenges for Capricorn. Challenges for Capricorn mid-month. So funny because I'm like looking at the before I got into like tarot. It's a weird story how I got into it. It was just how it connected with my ability. I had no idea or anything like that. And I remember you were supposed to pick a card, and I didn't really know anything about astrology or a lot about that. But so anyways, I just want to tell you because it is kind of interesting that and I didn't know a lot about astrology. I knew as a Capricorn, but you were supposed to, in one reading, supposed to pick a card that represents you, and I always identified with the Queen of Wands, and I don't know why. I just felt like she was like what I was about, and I learned out later that I had a lot of fire in my chart, so it didn't make sense to me, but later on it did. So it's kind of weird how things work sometimes. Sorry, didn't mean to. Advice, because I knew this was going to be a long shuffle. Advice for Capricorns. Oh, Lord, advice for Capricorns. So I figured, might as well have a story to entertain you. The Emperor's card in the upright for advice. Let it grow, let it grow. And how a Capricorn's be moving forward from this reading. How a Capricorn's be moving forward from this mid-March reading. Any messages you have for them, be greatly appreciated. How a Capricorn's be moving forward from this reading. You guys will be moving forward with the Page of Earth in the upright. I just got a message. New way of doing things. New way. Maybe a little. I don't know. I got that. A new way. Moving forward from this. So we have the Queen of Earth here in regards to you guys. So this is just general energies that are going on right now. You guys are really kind of all about your stuff right now. Okay, I'm getting some of you don't really want anybody in your space. You're really focused on fixing up the home. You're working on your investments. You're working on your job, your status, counting on yourself. You're really working on that. I feel like counting on yourself and nobody else, and kind of building up this empire so you don't have a need for anybody. Okay, so that's hugely your focus right now. You've kind of you have your sights set on a mountain, and you plan on climbing to the end of it, and to the top of it. And it's funny because she has these horns, which leads me to an animal that's going to climb things. You guys have a goal in mind, and you definitely plan on doing it. Now you have the Queen of Air here, and that's interesting to me because and the reason why that's interesting, and I just thought of something that I'm looking at really quickly, if you just bear with me. Okay. I just wanted to check on something in one of my books. So with the Queen of Air, she's the type of person, like, she doesn't let the feels get in the way, okay? She kind of knows what she wants. She has a focus. Same thing, kind of with this okay, here with this queen, you're kind of focused on what you want in terms of being independent and financially stable, but the Queen of Swords is in a challenge position, and I'm feeling like you guys are having a really hard time seeing things without your emotions in the way, or seeing things without people getting in your way. Or, I mean, I feel like you guys have a lot of distractions in your path, which is causing you to, or a lot of people that are doing foolish things, or, you know, it's a bunch of nonsense that you're dealing with, and I feel like it's a challenge. I almost feel like there's a path and there's things in the way, like, you know, tumbleweeds, and, you know, some you know, a joker or something, you know, or a jester, and he's like juggling for you, and you're like, no, wait, I'm trying to see over there, and you're just dealing with all this idiocy, so to speak. And I feel like that's a huge challenge for you. You can't seem to just look and have clarity and point and go. There's just other factors that are kind of preventing you from doing so. Because we have two queens together here, I'm also wondering if some of these, if you have rivals of some sort, queens or rivalry. So when are some of these people that are in your way, are like competition and this and that, and you're just like, look, I want to get there, get out of my way. I'm feeling like this is where I want to go. I'm working on this right now. You know, stop with this stupid stuff or whatever. Or just your emotions are getting in the way of logic, of intellect, of mental capacity and whatnot. Advice, Empress card. I said, let it grow, let it grow. I mean, the Empress card is about abundance. The Empress card is about things growing. The Empress card is a beautiful card of femininity. So let's say you're working on the house here. Okay, if you're working on the house, then consider doing improvements to it, moving to a larger home, tend to your garden, anything that's going to grow in that area. If it's a relationship of some sort, you know, work on the harmony within it, or think about beginning a new one, or think about beginning a family. You know, when it comes to money and career, which you guys like love, you know, try to come up with inventive ways to manage your project. It's all about growth. So they're telling you, okay, what do you do that you need to grow? And you need to like start considering that, okay? I'm just seeing a tree, and they're like, what do we need to do to get you to spread your branches out and make crap happen? Okay, so they really like do that. And these people that are in your way here are going to prevent you from doing that. Okay, so as you move on from this reading, and maybe it's because of this reading, and maybe you should consider a personal reading, we have the, you see what I did there? We have the Page of Earth. So I think that it actually does end up working out for you, because remember I said new way? The Page of Pentacles can be about coming up with a plan, a tangible way to do things. And it can probably, you know, be growth. This is a great card. Some of you might be starting a new business. Some of you, one of the ways you're going to grow is you're going to go back to school, and you're going to add on to your degree, or you're going to, you know, get a better degree or what have you. Some of you might be getting a new job. Some of you might be getting a raise, okay? But it's something tangible that you're working on, and I feel like you made it happen. I don't feel like it's something that just whatever. You're kind of like, okay, how can I grow? I need to, you know, how I always think of the page as seeds, and they are news. So you may be getting news of something in order how to do this. But I always think of the page as sort of as seeds or as sparks. They're not the action, they're the beginning of an idea or the beginning of whatever. And I always feel like you're saying, okay, you know, I'm gonna have to plant a seed, and I'm gonna have to put some earth on it, and then we're gonna throw some water on it, and that's gonna allow growth. But I have to start here. I have to start at the bottom. Okay, and that's important too, because I feel like if some of you guys are doing something new, you have to start at the bottom. So say you're someone that has a PhD or something, and then all of a sudden you're like, you know what? Actually, this is a good example because I'm a Capricorn. So I know I don't mean to go on and on, but I mean, I think you'll be able to relate because I'm actually a Sun, Capricorn Sun. So, and there's an analogy that goes along with it where I, you know, I mean, my degree is in graphic design and advertising design. That's what I'm degreed in. But then, like, one day I decided I want to be a Spanish teacher, so I became a Spanish teacher, and I have a business doing that. And so I have this and that going on, and I have other stuff too. I have a lot of stuff going on. Oh yeah, this business. and I volunteer for a motorcycle organization and all this stuff. So all of a sudden, like literally last month, I was like, because my family races and my daughter races motorcycles. So I was like, you know what? I know how to race. I know how to ride, but I don't know like how a motorcycle works. So I just like, I took a motorcycle mechanics class. I'm taking a motorcycle mechanics class, and I'm starting like at the bottom. I don't know anything about anything. And for us Capricorns, man, that's a hard pill to swallow, because we're great at everything we do, or we like to think we are. And starting at the bottom late in life and can be difficult. So, and we know it's a hard climb, but the best part is we're really good at putting one foot in front of the other. We're good at starting the bottom and climbing that mountain and getting to the top. So that was my personal experience. Maybe some of you guys are kind of doing the same thing, and you can relate to that, where you're just like, well, screw it. This is what I'm doing now. But you know what? I want to spread my branches, and I want to learn something in a different area. And people around you are like, well, what's she doing right now? Because whenever I tell people I'm taking a motorcycle mechanics class, they look at me like I'm nutty. And they're like, huh? Why are you doing that? You know, and then they find out I race, and they're like, oh, really? You do that? What do you do that for? You know what I mean? So I really think for some of you, you're going to have a seed of an idea of how to do something, and it's going to start at rock bottom, and you're going to be okay with that. You're going to be okay with that, because it's going to be a new experience, and it's going to diversify you. And then once it diversifies you, it's going to lend itself to success in other areas of your life, okay? So let's see what's going on. And maybe right here, you guys are making sure that your home life and your finances are stable enough so that you can do something like this, because it's going to take a lot of your attention. It's going to take a lot of your time, okay? And I don't like to mention like my stories or whatever in general readings, because then I don't want people thinking I'm biased. I'm not biased. Most Capricorn readings don't even relate to me. This one just, it was an analogy, that's all, to get you to understand. Okay, why is this Queen of Earth here? Who is this person? What is this energy for Capricorns middle of the month? Additional messages. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. So this is good. You guys are staying really optimistic. Things are in the upswing right now, and you're taking advantage of things being on the upswing, and you're considering the long term. Seven of Pentacles, he's having pause, he's leaning on his hoe, and he's thinking about the long term. And is this going to be worth it? Should I do it? Should I start doing that new thing that we're talking about? What is it going to take? Am I going to be successful? And also the message of that is to kind of pick up your hoe and keep on working, because yes, it is going to be worth it, okay? And it's a good time to do it now, because it seems like you guys are doing really well with the Queen of Earth. You're on an upswing with the Wheel of Fortune. Things are turning around for the better, so now might be the time to kind of grow, like they're telling you to do with the Emperor's card. Five of Swords in reverse. Okay, doing this is going to enable you to gain your confidence. I'm feeling like forgiveness for yourself. You're gonna, it really is going to be a growth experience for you. It's going to allow you to get over things that you've done in the past, or how you've done things in the past. It's going to open you up for new things. I'm feeling you guys are flowering. You're opening up for new things. You're putting down past resentment and things you used to kind of do. And another thing is, in regards to this new thing, you're not listening to other people's opinions. So other people are coming in being like, what are you doing that for? And you know, why are you doing it this way? And you aren't listening to them. You're like, I know what I need to do. You know, thank you. Okay, why is this Queen of Air here for Capricorns? Or challenge? Who is this person? What is this energy? The Queen of Air for Capricorns. Challenge. Why is the Queen of Air here? Who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages. Air. Temperance card in reverse. So it could be, that's a card of Sagittarius, if that resonates for you. The Emperor in reverse, that's a card. Oh, these are the people that are getting in your way. These are the bitches that are getting in your way. The Emperor card is the, an ending. Okay, so, wow. Did I say Aries and Sagittarius? Okay. Okay, so these are the distractions that are in your way. I'm feeling like the Emperor card, that's somebody who is just impossible to deal with. Is it a person or is it you? Okay, for some of you, you could be having a problem, or you need to break from routine. You guys are way too routine in regards to things. That's for a percentage of you. You go about stuff, and like if there isn't a plan in place, then you aren't going to do it. If it's not a routine, then you aren't going to do it. You know, and you're too much like that, and you have to kind of break from that. Okay, that's one message here. The other thing is, you could be dealing with someone that's just a jerk, a tyrant, somebody who is domineering, overbearing, they overuse their authority. This is someone that's kind of standing in your way, somebody that you have an unequal relationship with. They're the ones that are holding all the cards, and they want things going their way. So this could be getting in the way in terms of clarity regarding your goal, regarding your growth, okay? Temperance card in reversed. You're having a really hard time holding your crap together, being patient. And it could be in relation to that Emperor there, being patient with this person and just kind of realize, okay, where can I make positive changes in my life, and how can I not get sucked into these distractions and have them reflect negatively on what I want to do. We have this Ten of Swords here, so something ended, and it did not end well. And this is kind of tripping you up a little bit too. I don't get what the ending was. It's just it could be an ending to something that is causing growth. So it's a good thing that this ending happened, because now you're a little more prone to some new growth instead of doing things the same old way or what have you. I'm really not getting much on that ending there. Other than it's ending a cycle and it wasn't pleasant. And I'm not going to try to force something if there's nothing there. I mean, it could have been with a Sagittarius. It could have been with an Aries. All right? And it's challenging you. Maybe it's on your thoughts. It's bothering you somehow. And it's distracting you from your clarity that we were talking about. And then we have the Three of Pentacles here. So this, to me, is your end goal. And you're having a hard time getting there because of these distractions, but your end goal is that you want to be recognized for your hard work that you put in. Okay? You're a very hard worker. You want to get recognized for it. It's about public recognition, something being put on display. People, you working with a team, and it's like you work great with the team, and it's like, yeah, good job, great job, but you're not getting that. And that could be in your work situation. And I know how sometimes you guys work and work and work, hoping that you're going to get that achievement. Someone's going to pat you on their back and say, job well done. And it never comes to you. Okay? Could be because of this guy, this Emperor, who can take the form of like a boss that is just crappy, like a crappy boss who has nothing but contempt for you. So, I mean, it could be a situation like that. But I feel like you guys are feeling like the challenge is, no matter how hard you work, no matter how hard you try to get recognized, no matter how hard you want someone to pat you on your back, recognize your achievements, you're not getting that. Alrighty, and that's a challenge. So I don't know how that resonates for you guys. And yeah, I drank too much green tea today, so I'm on fire. I really usually don't, but I had to stay awake, and I had to try to remove a carburetor from a motorcycle today. Yes, my newfound thing I'm doing. Okay, the Empress card in the upright. Why is the Empress card here in the upright for Capricorns? Who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages for the Empress of Earth. I think this growth is going to be hard for you guys, because I feel like the plan always has to be in place. Why is the Empress card here? Advice for Capricorns. Who is this person? Where's this energy? I'm getting, it's weird because I just got the fall. I don't know if some of you, and it's because I was looking at her and she has very fall colors to her. It's not, I mean, everything that she's holding is like harvest. It's not growth, it's harvest. So for some of you, you might be kind of, something's going to happen in the fall. I could see like going back to school. That's a typical time to kind of go back. Okay. All right. So the people back here that had opinions, they're showing up here. So you're going to have people that are going to be opposed to this thing, growing or growth or something that you want to do. they're going to be vocal about it. You're going to be like, you know what? I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I don't really care what you have to say. I truly believe in this. And that's what's going to happen. Or they're telling you that you need to maintain your position on this because you are going to get opposition for it. I also feel that they think that you are heading down a wrong path, that you aren't listening to your intuition. I feel like it's these people. I don't feel like it's you. And we have the High Priestess in reversed. No, I think for them, they think you're going down a wrong path. And maybe when they chitter chatter in your ear, you start blocking your intuition. So don't let that happen. It's that. Okay, it's that. Alrighty, and a 7 of Cups here. Just make sure with that 7 of Cups you aren't idealizing a situation. Okay? I mean, growth is one thing, but then like having an outcome or hoping for a certain outcome can lead to disappointment. So just be careful of outcomes. Outcomes are, outcomes set you up for expectations. Expectations set you up for disappointment. And that's what I'm getting from the 7 of Cups. So you're fighting for something strong. They want you to maintain your stance, but make sure that you're, what am I looking for? Like you step back and you gain clarity in regards to what you're doing. Okay? But I am seeing you are going to come up against some opposition here. There's people that don't agree with this new whatever you're doing. It could, new business or going back to school. Somebody's going to have an opinion. Back here, you aren't listening to the chatter, though. I like that. They're trying to talk you out of it. And that might give you pause here for a little while, but I think you know that it's going to be a good investment and that it's all going to kind of feed into everything else you have going on. Diversify, I think, is what this is going to do for you. Why is this Page of Earth here for Capricorns? Who is this person? What is this energy? Knight of Cups. Be careful of outcome or having an outcome or high expectations because that Knight of Cups brings disappointment. Hold on. Let me see what else comes out with it. Knight of Cups. King of Swords. I'm going to tell me this is like a person. There's somebody that does not want you doing this. Who is this person? Okay, the Knight of Cups. I feel like they're telling you this isn't going to last. It's going to be short term. This is going to be a relationship, but I'm getting more of a, whatever you're working on, you have people opposing you. And I feel like this is what they're telling you. This is short term. It's not going to work out. You're going to be disappointed. They're talking down to you. The King of Swords. So the King of Swords. So somebody is using mind games. Mind games to get you to not do this. The King of Swords he'll do anything to win. He's a con man. He uses his mind. He uses his mental power to win over you. Okay? He'll use unreasonable pressure if he has to win over you. Maybe you're leaving one job and you're thinking of going to another job because we have the shitty boss. Where was the shitty boss? The shitty boss was here. So maybe the shitty boss wants you to keep working for him because he's a shitty boss and nobody likes him. And you're considering leaving and doing something new, so they have something to say about it. But you have to move on because these people are making so either people are making the environment really unwelcome for you because we have the Four of Wands here. So it's like you have to go, you have to do something new because you don't like what you're in right now. It's like an unwelcome environment. There's tension. You have to go. It isn't an option to stay in. It isn't an option not to do something new and not to move on to something new. I'm not getting that. But I think here you're making sure that you're stable enough to be able to do this. So if it's a job, you just might be putting up with the shitty boss until you can actually... But people don't like it when Capricorns take risks. That makes them nervous. And even though the Page of Earth doesn't have risk necessarily associated with him, he's something new. And whenever Capricorns do something new, it makes people nervous. They have a plan, but other people don't know that. and they're used to them kind of being steady. And I think for some people, this is going to look a little radical to them. Even though you have a plan in place and you know how you're moving forward and you know it's the best for you, that's why you're going to get the opposition. So I don't know how that resonates. But I mean, I'm seeing the big picture, so make sure you make comments. Let me know what's going on with this. I always like to hear the comments and how it resonates to people. If you're going through this, consider a personal reading. Send me an email. You know the deal with that. And then check out my playlist where I have, it's like my library, and I have bunches of stuff in there. Bunches of stuff in there for you. Otherwise, I will see you April for your love readings, right? Okay, thanks for your like, share, subscribes. Adios for Veronica Garnett. Bye.